Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to share all the expenses my wife and I accrued over a full month in Vietnam, which included 5 nights in Hanoi, 5 nights in Ninh Binh, 20 nights in Da Nang, and 2 nights in Hoi An. I'll include breakdown by category, including some of our significant expenses. At the end, I'll compare our April expenses to the previous 3 months of the year. Let's start by looking at our housing costs. We started our month in Hanoi, staying at the Intercontinental Hanoi Westlake. This was quite a luxurious stay and a beautiful property, and we really enjoyed it. It was also a good value because it only cost us 83,000 points for 4 nights. Since we bought the points during a 100% bonus promotion through our IHG credit card, the total cost of the points for a 4-night stay was only $415. If you'd like to check out the IHG credit card with a bonus for sign up, there's a link in the description. From Hanoi, we traveled to Ninh Binh, often referred to as the Ha Long Bay on land, and that description was definitely accurate. We stayed at a cute little homestay, which had all the necessary amenities and an amazing view of the rice fields and the Lion Dragon Mountain off into the distance. It was located in the countryside, but was a short distance from Tam Coc, one of the main towns in the area. Our stay for 5 nights was $131.23. If you'd like to check it out, see the link in our description. From Ninh Binh, we traveled back to Hanoi and spent a night at the Viet Boutique Hotel in the Old Quarter so we could catch our flight in the morning to Da Nang. This hotel was extremely affordable at $40.70 for the night. When we arrived in Da Nang, we checked into our Airbnb, which was pretty small but had all the amenities we need and was very affordable. The 20 nights in April that we stayed in this Airbnb came to $518.31. We also took a side trip down to Hoi An and stayed for 2 nights at a really great homestay, which is located right across the river from the old town. The hosts were amazing, and they even helped us arrange transportation and a walking food tour during our stay. If you're interested in staying here, there's also a link in our description to it. The cost of our 2-night stay in Hoi An at the homestay was $121.71. Our total cost for housing for the month of April was $1,226.95, or $20.45 per person per night. For travel costs, we had a 1 hour and 20-minute flight from Hanoi to Da Nang on Vietnam Airlines, which cost us $186.22. As usual, we did a lot of walking this month, but we did utilize Grab, which is much like Uber, for several rideshare in our stays, as well as from the airport in Da Nang to our Airbnb. Our total expenditures for the month on Grab were $53.05. Our other transportation costs included our private transportation to and from Ninh Binh, which was $115.78, our transportation to and from Hoi An, which was $29.33, and our transportation to Hanoi Airport, which was arranged through the Viet Boutique Hotel at $12.74. Our total monthly travel costs totaled $397.12, or an average of $6.62 per person per day. For our food and dining, we once again ate out for many of our meals because of the wide variety of affordable and delicious options in Vietnam, with many of the meals costing less than $10 for the both of us. For the month, we spent a total of $1,114.12 on dining out. We also did some grocery shopping for breakfast items and snacks, which came to $394.98. So our total food and dining for the month was $1,509.10, or an average of $25.15 per person per day. For entertainment, we did a number of tours this month, including a great tour with Hanoi Backstreet Tours in an old Jeep that included a multi-course lunch and cost $114.28. We also toured Ho Lo Prison in Hanoi, where Senator John McCain and other American airmen were held prisoner during the war, as well as many Vietnamese during the French occupation of the country. The entry fee for both of us for the tour was $7.72. While in Ninh Binh, we took the Trang An boat tour through many of the caves and some sacred sites there, which totaled $27.12. We also hiked up Lion Dragon Mountain in Ninh Binh, which had an entry fee of $7.72 for the 2 of us. In Hoi An, we took an amazing walking food tour through the Old Town, which cost $25.09, and we purchased a city tour ticket for Hanoi to visit many of the Old Town sites that cost us $9.26. Once in Da Nang, we took a half-day tour to Cham Island where we did some amazing snorkeling. This tour, which included lunch and transportation, cost us $100.35. Lastly, we rented beach chairs to swim and relax on the beach, and that cost us $3.08. Our total cost for entertainment for the month was $294.62, or a per-person daily average of $4.91. Our discretionary category was once again fairly low for the month. We had the usual medications and toiletries that we purchased at pharmacies, which came to $39.15. While in Hanoi, we took the opportunity to do some shopping since the prices there were significantly lower than in the US and in Europe. I picked up an Arc'teryx rain jacket, which retails for $600 in the US for just $65.61. We also purchased a North Face fanny pack at the same shop for a total expense of $77.19 for both items. I also picked up some postcards and stamps for $15.63. The total for all these expenses came to $131.97, or $2.20 per person per day. Lastly, let's look at our recurring monthly cost. Our health insurance premium with Cigna Global was $383.50. Our storage unit in the US was $121. Our cell phone plan was $181.91. And our subscriptions for Netflix, Hulu, and other streaming services came to $97.23. The total for our recurring monthly cost was $783.64. We were once again very happy with the affordability in Vietnam, which has been a consistent theme across Southeast Asia. Our entire expenditures for the month were $4,343.40, or $72.39 per person per day. Now I'll compare this month's expenses to the previous 3 months of the year, which we spent entirely in Southeast Asia. Our stays for this month were some of the most affordable that we've seen in our travels. Our highest per night stays for the month were the 4 nights at the Intercontinental in Hanoi, which was a really good value because we bought the IHG points through their bonus promotion. Overall, we had pleasant stays everywhere this month, and our housing costs came in at 12.5% less than the first 3 months of the year. Our food costs were down significantly this month at a decrease of 18%, which speaks to how affordable dining out is in Vietnam. It's also some of the most delicious and most consistently great food that we've had anywhere in our travels. We didn't do a lot of grocery shopping this month because we ate out for most meals. I believe that dining out was probably more affordable than grocery shopping and preparing meals at our Airbnb. Our travel for the month was down by almost 40%, mostly attributable to only having one short flight and the affordability of using Grab, where many of our trips only cost us $2 or $3. For entertainment expenses, we saw our costs drop by almost 15%. This isn't due to taking fewer excursions because we do quite a lot of tours, but again because Vietnam has been so affordable. Our other expenses category was where we saw the biggest drop at 132%, even though we had the usual pharmaceutical and toiletries to buy, as well as some clothing purchases. Again, this can be attributed to the lower costs in Vietnam and because the monthly average is skewed a bit because of the extensive health screenings we had done in February when we were in Kuala Lumpur. Our recurring expenses went down slightly by just over 7%. These costs should be pretty consistent every month, so no surprises here. Overall, our expenses for the month were down by 25.7% compared to the previous 3 months. Vietnam, as I've mentioned, was one of the most affordable places that we've stayed. It had 4 key elements that we look for: comfortable stays, superb food, exciting and interesting excursions, and vibrant culture. And all of it was under budget. Next month's cost breakdown will cover another full month in Vietnam, with the rest of our stay in Da Nang and a stay in Nha Trang. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see future episodes of our full-time travel costs.